Hello, everybody. This is Max Farrow. This is Dexfxcopy.com. If you're receiving this or you're watching this, it's because you're a part of the Dexfxcopy network and or the Simply Forex program, or you've been invited to have a look at this. This is tonight's Sunday, January 8th, 2018, and this is meant, you're probably going to get this on Monday after we develop it and send it out to you. There's a few things that are happening that I want to make sure everybody knows what's happening. First off is our release of the Trade Live with Max process. I'm going to be doing about 10 to 20 trades a day in a very usual format of how I trade. Now, when I trade, as the market's going up and down, I'll grab opportunities that I feel like maybe this is going to be a bounce up. I might put a stop loss underneath some major support line and a take profit a little bit higher than that in a good R1-to-1 or more fashion, right? If you don't know what risk to reward ratio is, please watch some of the videos on our Dex Trader series. In fact, we'll start really getting some of this out there for you guys. And as I progress with this, if it starts to go against me, I sometimes might move my stops out a little bit, and never more than in a one-to-one basis. Or I might move after it's gone into profit, I might start chasing profit, right? As it starts to climb higher and higher, I'll be moving stops up, maybe even take profit out and move it up in order to keep securing profits into a really good R1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and so on. Okay, this is called chasing the profit. Now, once I start doing that, you're going to see a lot of emails come over. You're going to see a lot of things come over, especially if you have email alerts turned on. You're going to see a lot of trading happening. But don't fear. You're going to get micro losses. You're never going to get the big loss, right? You're never going to get the 200 or 300 pip loss that you see on a lot of these trading companies, okay? You're always going to see a very sustained, 5, 10, 15, 20 pips right in that range. But if you keep your lots low, right? I'm trading the lots right now on a 0.01, right? And there's a reason why I'm doing this. Because I want to show you that this can be done at these smaller levels. And then once the system starts to prove itself to you through demo and then through live, if you start out with these ratios, you'll have the same success I have. Now, I am also trading this at this level on a demo account. And the reason being is that this part of the process, now it says trading live with Max, but that means you're trading with me as a live individual, right? So, and what I'm doing is that I also have a live account, right? That's set at a little bit higher a different leverage value and all that kind of good stuff, where I might be taking, instead of the 0.01, there might be 0.04, right, or 0.07 in that area, right? So my live account is going to be taking the actual trades too, right? So in all essence, I'm taking these demo trades and take them at a little higher rate on my live account. Now, I don't suggest you do that right away, but I trust me. Okay? There's no trust value that I got to worry about with me because I trust me in my trading. All right? So keep that in mind. So I just want you to see that process. Now, someone are asking what happened to the Dex 3000. Well, we lowered the risk values to the Dex 3000 to trade with, because we also have a news release process that's happening. And it sort of slammed up a little bit, right? The last week with the holidays and everything else, we didn't want to have this thing try to trade automatically like it normally would. So it sort of got frozen up a little bit. It's got some trades on the board, which I really didn't like how it took some of the trades and kept them on longer. We have the Euro CHF that's really hanging out there. So I'm trying to wait for those to clear off before we move on to a bigger pie of this 3000, okay? So my suggestion to all of you is that jump on board the Trade Live with Max. You're going to get 10 to 20 trades a day happening. Some of these trades will be an hour. Some of these trades will be 15 minutes. Some of the trades may be even a day or two. But listen, these aren't trades that are going to ride in the high values of loss, right? The drawdown's very, 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 very low. I don't want $200 or $300 out at any one time. For long periods of time, waiting for it to recalculate and drop down. If it doesn't move, what I'm looking for when I trade live is direct movement, okay? And it has to hit my levels. It has to make the breakthrough. And then once it does break into profit, I'm keeping those stops real tight. I keep them real tight because I want it to jump to profit. I want it to keep moving. And as it does, I'm securing more and more profit. Now, if it pops back up on us and stops us out, at least we made some profit. I might get back in if it breaks those levels again and continues down. But I want you to keep in mind, I'm here to catch that profit and keep it. All right? That's how I trade. It's hard to teach that. It's hard to teach that discipline to most people. Okay? Now, sometimes you're going to get into a little bit of a loss factor for the day. I call it under the table. You'll get under the table for the day, and then the day might shift over, and the next day you're in profit again because there was a big one that just kind of took off and went downwards. These trades never go higher in loss than they do in the win for me. Okay? If I lose 2 or 3 in a row, 4 or 5 in a row, that's okay. If I'm losing them, I'm not losing them the full stop loss. I don't just set and forget a 20 pip stop loss. I monitor that stuff and I put it to levels. And I know that if it breaks those levels, they're either stop chasing me or I chose the wrong way. Okay? So I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Something else that's coming out as well is the Simply Forex automatic trading robot. We had this thing running for a long period of time. And what we found is that certain pairs had really good success rates, right? 70%, 60%, 80%, okay? And even some of them that had lower percentages were still giving us good profit margin, right? And that profit margin was huge to us because we were able to, when it did move with us in the right direction, it was giving us a 1 to 4, 1 to 5 risk to reward. And when it moved against, it was only losing 20, 30 pips. So I was very, 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 very happy with this. Now, some of them were doing really bad, right? Some of them were doing really bad. So in order for us to get that information, you're going to see a signal provider on it called the Simply Forex. Now, the Simply Forex is going to be running over to our friends over at MyFXbook, okay? And we're going to have this MyFXbook.com thing running here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to call these filter trades, okay? And this means you're going to go and we're going to put out an email every week to say, okay, put on the Euro USD, take off the Euro USD. We're going to put out an explanation video how to do that. If you're not sure, I want you to write in. We'll do those kind of things for you as well. But for all of you folks that are watching this video right now, keep in mind one thing. You signed on to the early version of this process, something that is amazing. And what we're building now is not just a process for one tiny little company. This thing's going to turn into something very big for all of us. And I'm very, very excited, especially with the bot training, especially with all the stuff for Simply Forex coming on board and being able to filter out those trades. Very, very, very powerful. Okay? All right. Now, some of you are going to see that your stuff is turned on. Some of you are not. Also, keep in mind we have web tools, Dexwebtools.com. If you need a VPS, please reach out to us. We can help you either set it up for you, buy it for you, charge you per month, do whatever, maintenance it, manage it, put it all on board for you. It all really depends on you. All right? I'm Max Farrell. This is Dexfxcopy.com. I really look forward to seeing your side. If you have any problems, we're going to have some webinars here coming this week too. Some meetings for all of us DexFX people and for the trader, so you can meet with me and talk to me about strategies, what we're doing. Also, some of you that are really good at the Simply Forex, we'll be reaching out to some of you as well. See if you want to come on as a signal provider and help us trade in times that I'm not able to. All right. I'm Max. This is Dex. We'll see you inside. Take care. And as always, trade well.